Hi folks, welcome back to Raki's Highway Lab, the Techno Hub channel for placement training. So in this today's session, we are going to discuss about Schema Builder. In this today's session, we are going to discuss about Schema Builder. First of all, we should know what is Schema Builder. Schema Builder is nothing but a pictorial representation of all objects. It's a pictorial representation of all objects. So it is going to be a pictorial representation of objects, fields, and their relationship. So like we are going to create an object, right? Normally without any pictorial representation, we would have created an object. But now we are going to create with respect to pictorial representation. What all we are going to create? We are going to create an object, we are going to create fields, we are going to have a relationship. So which can be done with the help of Schema Builder. It provides a dynamic environment to view and modify all objects and their relationship. It provides a very good user interface. So which is going to be dynamic environment, and using that interface, using that view, we can able to modify all objects and their relationship. Now let me see how to get into Schema Builder. Again, to get into Schema Builder, you have to click on Home, or you have to go to Setup page. So then click on Home. Under Home, you can have a quick find box. On the quick find box, you're going to type Schema Builder, so that the Schema Builder link will come there. Right? You click on Schema Builder link. So they take you to the Schema Builder page, right? Like this, take you. So the Schema Builder page, we have a different options like auto layout, view options, elements, and objects, right? All those things at time of demo, I'll show you everything. The Schema Builder displays all the standard and custom objects in our organization, in our org. Right? The moment you log into Salesforce or login.salesforce.com, right? It'll take you to the org, or we call it as production environment, or we call it as instance, right? So once you go there, you can see that. Once you click on your Schema Builder, it will take you to Schema Builder page. On the right hand side, you can see whatever objects are there with respect, whatever objects you are using in your organization or org will be displayed there, right? Will be displayed there. So like we have many options to view our objects. Then in case you want to create an object, you can able to create an object. For that, we have to drag and drop it. After drag and drop it, whatever fields, whatever properties you're going to enter there to create an object, same way you're also going to enter. And then you're going to select what is that, which shows your standard objects, and then your custom object, system object, fields, everything will be shown. And then below that, you have fields also. You can drag and drop all your fields and then place it on that object, and then you can add the fields also. So depending on your requirement, we can select the objects and to be displayed. When we select the custom object, displays all the objects in the pictorial representation, which is shown here. Right. So in this format, we're going to show. Now see here, we have pharma product here. Right. Pharma product is going to be one pharma product. So which contains multiple samples here. It is going. So this is a parent object and this is a child object. Right. So what it is shows 1:many. Similarly, pharma product, right, and then invoice. The pharma product and invoice. So multiple pharma product, right? One pharma product with multiple pharma product, right? And see here, multiple products will be billed on the invoice. One single invoice, multiple products will be invoiced. Same way here. So one sample, right? One visit. So multiple samples will be provided, right? So likewise, all the information with respect to objects has been displayed here, right? All the information with respect to object has been displayed here. Got it? So this is how we are going to generate a Schema Builder. To generate a Schema Builder, so we have to go to Schema Builder page, and then we have to generate it. It is nothing but a pictorial representation. Right? Now let me get into the demo now. Right? So now we are getting into demo. I've already logged into my login.salesforce.com. Now I'm in the production environment. Now I'm in the setup page. Now see here, the setup is available. Followed with we have home tab, and we have object manager and everything we have, right? So now what we have to do, I have to create an object app manager first. First, I have to create an app manager. Now, so because I'm going to create an object called student object, college object, right? So student and college and all the stuff I'm going to create it. So for which what I require a college, that is I require a app. I require an app, right? So for this, for creating an app, I'm going to go with the app manager. Let me click on App Manager. So last time you created a recruitment app, right? Last time you created recruitment app. So even we can, the students who are getting recruited to the company, that also. So, but that way also we can do it. Already I've created a recruitment app. So now what I'll do, those students who are joining the company, student and the company, that also I can do. So for which what I can do, again I can go to the home, I can remove this app manager, right? And then I'm going to type schema builder. Schema builder. I'm going to type schema builder. So the moment when I type schema on my quick find box, I can see that under object and fees, I have something called schema builder. Under objects and fees, I have something called schema builder. I'll click on schema builder. I'll click on schema builder. It will take you to my schema builder page here. So see here, by default, it's showing so many API, anomaly, event stores, and potential service stuffing, event store, idea, macro, something like that. It's showing, right? So it shows everything has been selected. So I'll say clear all. When I say clear all, everything will be removed. So now you can see there's a, in case you want to select any object from here, you can select the objects, right? So which selected object, if there is any selected object here, or standard object, when I select standard object, only standard object will be shown here. So when I select custom object, so only custom object here will be shown here, right? So now already we have created like employment website, job posting, position, for many to many relationship I have created this, right? So this is all the custom object. And do we have any system object? Already we have something called activity, event, task, user, these are all called system objects, right? So you can see the difference about the object here, right? Whereas coming to standard object, these are the accounts, contact, right? Or asset, so campaign, cases, these are all called as the so standard object. These are the standard object. We should know what is a standard object, which is a system object, which is a custom object, activity, task, these are all called a system object, right? So these are called the standard object. So fine, now what you have to do is that I'll go to the elements. Now here on the top we have, when I want to close this schema builder, I can close the schema builder, auto layout, right? And then we have view options, right? Display your, how do you want to display? You want to hide your relationship, you want to hide your legends, you want to, so that this is what we call legend. When I click on hide legend, the legends will be hidden, right? Display element name, you want to display the element name, then the element name will be displayed. You want to hide the relationship or enable the relationship, you can say show relationship, you can click show legend, the legend will be shown. You say show relationship, the relationship will be shown here, right? So this now we have seen all the tabs here. Now let me get into element. When I click on element, now only see here below that element we have something called object. With the help of this object, I'll be able to create an object. And under this, we have a lot of fields here. With the help of fields, I can drag and drop all these fields, and then I can create a fields inside the object. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an object. Which object I'm going to create? I'm going to create a student object. In order to create a student object, what I do, I'm going to select this object, drag and drop it, and place it here in the workspace, right? So this canvas, or we call it as a canvas. I'm going to place this object in my canvas. So now it is showing an UI here, right? It's going to showing a UI here. So now I have to enter the name here. Now thing is that I'm going to say a student. Student is my object name, right? And then what is the plural name? Right? It is students, right? And then in case you have context help, all those things by default, it is going to be, I'm going to select student number here, and it is going to go with the number. So SN00, and the number starts with 1, and it should be allowed in reports, activities, field history, and in deployment, going to be in deployed. So then after this, in case you want to have any attachment or something, you can add this and then click on save. The object will be created. Now see here, the object has been created. So the student object has been created here, right? The student object has been created, right? The student object has been created. So similar way, I'm going to create one more object called company and drag and drop it. I'm going to have, so company, IT company, right? And the plural name is IT companies. And again, so this is going to be company number, right? So then followed with, so now I'll go with the number IT hyphen, right? 000, right? And then we'll start with 1. So like, so allow reports, allow activities, field and history, deployment. You select this, then click on save. So the two object has been created. Now what I'll do, let me select the student object. Now when I click on student object, it becomes blue color, means it got selected. Now in the student object, I'm going to add some two fields here, right? So I'm going to add some two fields. Now for adding a field here, we have list of fields here. Now I have to add the student name, right? I'm going to select text, drag and drop it and place it here, right? So that the form will be displayed. Now we're going to enter the student name, right? And then, so the length of the student name, I'm going to say 25. So then if it is a required field, it doesn't allow duplicate value, then you can enable all these things. Now I'm not doing anything, just click on save. Now one field has been created, right? In this you can see that the student name has been created. Now similarly, I'm going to add a student age, right? I'm going to add student age here. For age, again, I'm going to select number, I'm going to drag and drop it, I'm going to place it here, right? So I'm going to say age, right? And then I'm going to save it. So then, so student course, I'm going to say student course, whether it's going to be BTech or MTech, what you have studied. So now again, it is going to be a, for example, let me have it as a pick list. So do we have pick list here? Yes, we do have pick list. Drag and drop it. I'm going to have a pick list. Student course, degree studied, right? And then the values I'm going to enter. BTech, MTech, PhD, right? BSc, right? BCom, MBA, and so on. Then I'm going to save it. So the pick list called degree studied is also being added here. Similar way, I'll go to companies, IT companies, right? So I'm going to have student name here and the student details here, right? Which company has been selected, what is the company name, right? So all the things I'm going to enter. Again, for the text, I'm going to select drag and drop the text and place it here, right? I'm going to say company name, right? And the length is going to be 50. And then click on save. And then followed with so the company name and then student name. Again, I'm going to select the text. I'm going to add student name here. Right, 25 characters. Click on save. Right. So degree studied. Again, I'm going to have degree studied here. Again, I'm going to have pick list. Right. So even you can have degree studied or what else I can have, like a company name and then student name, which company got selected. So then which degree is whether he has completed the degree or not, right? So many information that we can add it on the IT company. I think this is more than sufficient as of now for the schema builder, right? Just a demo. I'm showing a demo so that we have a schema builder here, right? Once I've done a schema builder, in case you want to have a relationship, you want to create a relationship, right? What kind of relationship you're going to have? Now, IT company, one IT company, multiple students can join. Multiple students can join. One IT company, right? In IT, say Cognizant company, the Cognizant company, 25 students might have joined, right? Might have got selected. So now what happened? Now the student is going to be the so using the student, right? I'm going to select the master detail relationship, or I'm going to create a master detail relationship. I'm going to select master detail relationship. Now drag and drop it here. So now the field name is asking the field name, right? So it is going to ask the field name, right? Go with the student name, right? The student name and related to what? Related to IT company, right? I'm going to say IT company. So based on student, right? Now click on. So reparentable master detail relationship, you want to reparent, can select that and click on save. So that the master detail relationship, it says that field already, we have already field name already we have it, right? I'll say IT company. So on which field you want to have a relationship? IT company. I'll remove this. Right. Let me have this IT company name and then save it. So it is going to have IT company name also there, right? So that you can see. So 1:many relationship has been created. 1:many relationship has been created. So that in this student field, we are going to have IT name here. I'm going to have IT name here, right? IT company name here. That is the field you're going to have it, right? So that you're going to have a field here, IT company name, right? So now it is going to have 1:many relationship. We have created 1:many relationship. Fine, we have done with schema builder, and we have created two objects. One is going to be student and IT company. In the student object, you can see that we have we have inserted a lot of fields here, student name and age, and whatever it is shown in the red color, that is called standard fields, or that is called system fields. Actually, it is called as system fields. So now here, these are called the system fields created by laws, modified by owner. These are the system field. IT company is standard field. Similar way for the IT company also created by laws, modified by owner. These are called the system fields. Got it? So now we are done with the object creation using schema builder. Now we are done with the object creation using schema builder. Now let me have to go and test it, right? We have to go and test it, right? Now again I'll go to the form, right? Again I'll go to the form. Now I'm going to select tab. Right now, click on tab. So I have to add this. What is it? I have to add this object into a particular app, right? I have to add this into a particular app, like, so that I'm going to type tabs here. And under user interface, we have something called tabs here. I'm going to click on tab, right? And then I'm going to click on new, right? So there, in the object, you can see that IT company student will be there. You select student, and then select the color here, right? And then click on next. So then click on next, and then you add it to your recruitment app, right? So you remove that disable everything, but you have to add it to your recruitment. I'm going to add it to my recruitment app and then save. So now this particular tab will be added into my recruitment app. And again you go for a tab here, right? Again you go for a tab new, right? And then you are going to select IT company here and provide some color here, whichever color you would like it, right, for this tab, and then click on next, right? And then click on next, right? And again you disable this and you select only the recruitment app, right? And then you click on save, so that these two objects will be available on your navbar, that's on the tab. Got it? Now these things have been added. Now again you go to the home page. Now you go and click on app launcher. Click on app launcher. On the app launcher, you're going to type recruitment app. The recruitment app will be displayed here. The recruitment app will be displayed here, right? And right, you can see here on the recruitment app, you can see all the on the navbar. This is what we call as navbar, right? This is what we call as navbar. On this navbar, you can see a lot of tabs available here. On the navbar, we have something called accounts tab, home tab, reports, dashboard, position, employment website, job posting, students, right, and IT companies, right? So like assume that the recruitment drive is going on here, and the company is what is it, identifying the student, selecting the student, and we are going to enter some details here. Now see here, for example, I click on student number, I click on student, I click on student, I click on student, so that so when I click on student object, the student object is being opened, and when I click on new, you can see that only one field is showing. IT company name is only showing. What about others? I have something called student name, student age, which is not showing. Got this because whatever I entered on the schema builder, whatever field I created in schema builder will be hidden. Whatever I created, whatever fields I created using schema builder will be hidden, will be hidden, right? I want to enable this. Where do I go and enable this? In order to enable this, what I'll do, again, I have to go to the setup page, go to setup page, and then select the object manager. Under object manager, you click on this object manager itself here. You can see the recent object which have created that will be displayed. Now we go to student object. Now we go to student object. Now go to the page layout of the student object and click on student layout. And click on student layout, and you click on student layout, right? And here the student name and student age is available here. You drag the student name and place it on the information section. You place it on information section. So like student number is already there, student name I'm including it here, IT company name is already there. Similarly, drag and drop your age here and then place it here, right? So that age will be added here, right? After adding this, I'm going to click on save. After adding, I'm going to click on save. So after saving this, right? Again, I'm going to click on object manager. I'll go to IT company. Now click on page layout. Again, click on IT company layout now. Now click on IT company layout. On the IT company layout, right? I have something called company name and student name is there. Company name and student name is there. Again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the company name, right? Drag and drop it, and then place it in here in ID. That is IT. That is, I'm going to place it in information header. Then again, I'm going to select the company name, drag and drop it. I'm going to place it here. Suppose you want to arrange it properly, you take this company name and drag and drop it, place it here. Once you do this, then click on save. It has to be saved, right? Again, you go to the just go and check it. You click on student object. Go to page layout of the student page layout. Click on student layout, right? Click on student layout. There you can see on the information page, you can see that student number, age, name will be there. I'm going to select age, drag and drop it and place it here. Student name, right? Similarly, IT company also I'm going to drag and drop it and place it here. After this, I'm going to save it. After saving it, right? So now what I'll do, again, I'll go to the again, I'll refresh it, right? Again, I'll go to the app launcher. I've entered the recruitment app, so that it is in the recruitment app page now. There again, I'm going to click on student, right? And then when I click on new, so that the fees will be available. Now see here, the student name, age is been available, right? Now student name, I'm going to tell Abhinav, right? What is his name? Age 21. That is his age, and selected the company. Which company got selected? I have to create a company name, right? So information company number, and the student name is Abhinav, right? And company name is Cognizant. Then click on save, right? And then save now. So now both the details has been created now. So this is all about creating a schema builder. This is all about creating a schema builder. So this is all about creating a schema builder. This is all about creating a schema builder. Got it? So guys, we have I think you guys would have understand about the schema builder. Schema builder, right, is nothing but a visualization, right? So a pictorial visualization, pictorial representation of an object, right? Using this, we can able to create objects. We can able to add keys, and then we can have a relationship, right? So if you have any queries, any doubts, you can contact me at 855079168814200037. Please do subscribe to my channel, right? So that if you subscribe to my channel, you will get the notification, right? You will get the notification. So please do subscribe to my channel, and you have a bell icon. Click on bell icon, there all options. In case you want to have any doubts, you can send me to info.iwaylabs@gmail.com. info.iwaylabs@gmail.com. So in case you want to have a bulk training or anything, right, you can contact me. So be safe and please stay tuned until I get back to the next session. Bye bye.